Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to learn how to clean messy Excel data step by step. You might have received a dataset where the columns overlap, values are inconsistent, and formats are all over the place. We'll go through every issue one by one and learn how to correct them in a simple, professional way. By the end of this video, you'll have a clean, formatted dataset ready for analysis. So let's get started. So, this is what our data looks like, and we can already see that it's filled with errors. Everything looks crumbled together, and the next column overlaps the current one, making it hard to see what's inside each column. To fix that, we'll first select all columns by clicking on the first column, then pressing Ctrl, Shift, and the right arrow key together. Once all columns are selected, we'll increase the column width so that everything becomes visible and easier to read. Now, instead of scrolling endlessly to find mistakes, the best thing to do is to convert this range into a table. To do that, we'll go to the Insert tab, click on Table, and make sure the option My Table Has Headers is checked. Then click OK. This will convert our data into a structured table, allowing us to use drop-downs for each column and clearly see what's happening inside each of them. In the total amount column, we see zeros, blanks, and entries like error, NA, or TBD. The shipping date column also has inconsistent formats, with some entries blank or marked as unknown. In the city column, proper casing isn't used. Some cities start with lowercase, some with uppercase. The region column seems fine. In the payment method column, we have cash on delivery and COD, which mean the same thing but appear differently. Similarly, we have credit card written both with and without spaces. These need to be unified, otherwise, in pivot tables, they'll appear as two different categories. In the order status column, there are spelling mistakes such as delivered written without the final E and shipped written with a missing I. These need correction. In the phone number column, we can see inconsistent formatting. Some start with +44, others don't. We'll bring them all into one consistent pattern. In the notes column, there's inconsistent casing, a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters. And in the order ID alternative column, we can see that some IDs include a hyphen after ORD, while others don't. To keep both columns consistent, we'll remove the hyphen. The source column looks fine and doesn't need changes. So that's an overview of what our messy dataset looks like and what we need to fix. Now, the reason we converted our range into a table is to make formulas easier. In a table, once we type a formula, it automatically fills down the column without needing to drag it. Start by adding a new column next to the order date column to correct the date format. Since the order ID column is fine, we'll focus on the order date. We'll use the text function for this. Type equal to text, select the order date cell, add a comma, and in quotation marks type DD, hyphen, and then hyphen, YYYY. This ensures all dates are converted into a consistent format of date, month, and year. Press Enter, and you'll see that all dates in the column now appear in the same format. Copy the corrected dates, paste them over the original column, and then delete the helper column. Next, let's fix the customer name column. To replace the @ sign with the letter A and also fix spacing and casing, we'll use a combination of trim, proper, and substitute functions. Substitute will replace the @ with A, trim will remove extra spaces, and proper will make the first letter of each name uppercase. We'll add a new column beside customer name and type equal to proper, then inside that substitute and inside that trim, selecting the customer name cell. Add commas where required and specify that we want to replace @ with A. After pressing Enter, all names will now be clean and formatted correctly. Copy and paste them back over the original column. Now, for the email column. The first issue is the extra @ symbol. To fix this, we'll use a slightly longer formula that combines if, error, substitute, and length. What this formula does is check if there's more than one @ symbol in a cell. If there is, it replaces the first one with the letter A. If not, it keeps the original text. If there's an error, it returns a blank cell instead of showing an error message. After that, we'll handle the extra full stop issue. This next formula uses find, left, mid, and substitute functions. The find function locates the position of the @ symbol. The left function extracts all characters before that symbol. The substitute function removes unnecessary full stops from that part of the text, while the mid function extracts the domain part of the email. Finally, the if error ensures that if there's an error, an empty string is displayed instead. Once done, all emails will now appear correctly formatted. Next, we'll fix the product column. We'll open the Find and Replace tool from the Home tab. In the Find box, we'll type 14 followed by the quotation mark, and in Replace, we'll type 14 followed by the word inch. Then click Replace All. Now the quotation mark is replaced with the proper word. We'll also apply trim and proper functions to fix extra spaces and casing. In the category column, there are no visible errors, but just to ensure consistency, we'll again apply trim and proper functions. For the quantity column, since some rows have blanks where price and total amount exist, we won't delete them immediately. Instead, we'll highlight those rows in gold so that they stand out when we send the file for review. In the price column, we'll fix the pound symbol issue. Since the pound sign is not an actual numeric value, we'll remove it. To do this, we'll first copy the pound symbol from one of the cells, then create a new column and use the number value and substitute functions together. Type equal to number value, then inside it use substitute, select the price cell, add a comma, paste the pound sign in quotes, and for the new text, leave it empty in quotes. This removes the pound symbol and converts the value to a proper number. Copy and paste the corrected prices over the original column and highlight any blanks for review. For the discount column, we'll use Find and Replace again. Replace 0.05 with 5% and 0.1 with 10%. Also, replace the word none in lowercase with none with an uppercase N. For the total amount column, replace the word error written in lowercase with E in uppercase. For the shipping date column, Replace the word unknown with a properly capitalized unknown. Then, use the text function again to convert inconsistent date formats into a consistent one, just like we did for order date. In the city column, use trim and proper functions for proper capitalization. The region column is already correct, so no changes are needed. In the payment method column, replace cash on delivery with COD and also replace credit card with credit card written properly with a space. Change PayPal with a lowercase p to PayPal with uppercase P. In the order status column, use find and replace to fix spelling mistakes such as delivered, missing the E, and shipped, missing the I. For the phone number column, we'll use a simple formula that checks if the number begins with a plus sign. If it does not, it will automatically add +44 before the number. The left function checks the first character, and if it isn't a plus, it adds the prefix. For the notes column, apply trim and proper again for consistent formatting. For the order ID alternative column, use substitute to replace the hyphen with nothing, ensuring it matches the original order ID format. The source column has no errors, so we'll leave it as is. Finally, we'll give our table a cleaner look by applying a new table style. Go to Table Design and select the light green table style Light 7. The highlighted blanks in gold will contrast nicely with this theme and make our data look organized and professional. And that's how we cleaned our entire dataset in Excel. We started with a messy, inconsistent file and ended up with a well-structured, perfectly formatted table. Remember, the goal of data cleaning is not just to make your sheet look tidy, but also to ensure accuracy and consistency for analysis later on. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more Excel and data cleaning tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.